to begin really sort of playing the game. And we shall do this by first checking out which way the water flows. Water flows this way. Why is that important? Because we don't want to be drinking our own sewage. Next thing I would like to see is how does the overall map look? So the overall map looks pretty useful, pretty interesting. Looks like I might want to expand upriver a bit, which is okay because that means I can safely let all of my poop come out at the mouth of the river. So that is what we're going to do. We're going to put the poop at the mouth of the river. However, this game will not let you do anything until you've built a road. So that's the first thing we're going to do. We're going to build a road. Don't go. And then the next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to refund that road because that gives me access to a bunch more different kinds of roads. Yips. That's how that works. So we want to sort of get an idea for how we want to do this, and I think so the most obvious thing for me seems to be like build like a main road that sort of just goes across town and connects the highways, and then sort of build from that, build off of that. So let's see. Let's see. We don't have unlimited money here at the beginning of the game because, well, we first have to make that money. Can I not make a highway? What's going on there? Perhaps I have to have some houses first. I don't know. This seems weird. I can think of other ways to approach this. It is locked. Okay, so I haven't unlocked highways yet. Okay, that's no problem. No problem. Let's start the game on this side of the river. So we're gonna let out our poops down here. We're gonna suck in some water right here. Let's see, we're gonna need some pipes to go between them. Alright, so basically what my plan is here is I'm going to put some industry over here, and then I'm going to put some residential areas over here. This looks like it'll be really good farmland, so perhaps eventually I will turn it into farmland. But for now, we'll just get a very basic sort of little neighborhood going. Let's start with some turn lanes here. I'm using an expansion to provide me with extra roads, because that's good to have. Actually, before I do anything, let's get sorry, I got a text message. Let's get a road over there. You can always change this road later, but I just want to get something up and running. So that we can take this. This. Okay. I just have to mess with that a little bit. So we have the pedestrian crossing there. This is another mod. It's called Move It. Let you move stuff. Like I just did. Which is good. I like moving stuff. Moving stuff's good. So now we have the very, very first basic beginnings of what will be the town. So I haven't connected any power to this yet, nor do I have anything to connect it to. That's the water. But as I said, there's going to be some industrial stuff here and the neighborhood here. So let's start with that. I'm going to start with the neighborhood first. The game is still paused just while I get this basic infrastructure up and running. Start here. So there are many ways you could start a neighborhood, but I like just pretty basic grid shape going. Don't want to get things too tight because that'll cause traffic later. Traffic later is no bueno. Let's see. So I want to have a separate exit from this road into my industrial area. So let's see. Where do I want my industrial area to go? Because it causes pollution, right? Pollution makes people unhappy. That's why I want to keep the industrial area away from the residential area in the first place. But this is definitely far enough away. So I'm thinking maybe like maybe a small area here. This is a reasonable start for a layout. So I'm going to just throw in some water pipes. I like to follow the roads, makes it easier. Some people like to calculate out what is the most optimal distance to make the most amount of coverage for the least amount of in-game currency or money, credits, whatever. I don't take it that seriously. It'll be fine. This is fine, right? So now I have a little bit of extra space here in case I want to expand later. Alright, so we got water going. We'll need a power supply. Gotta watch my money though. Only have 38,000 left. Let's see. Power supply makes a lot of noise. Also causes some pollution. So I'm gonna not put that too close to where I want my residential areas to be, which is down here. Instead, I'll put it there, and I will throw in some power cables. Power cables are a little easier for our residents to sort of accept. Alright, time to put in some residential zones. We're gonna put it over here. Put it over here. Kind of want to keep this area clear just in case I want to, you know, expand that road up that way. You never know. I mean, you can always tear down buildings that sort of form, but I don't know. I like to keep the buildings that are there. I'm weird that way. So we can unpause now. Things are flowing. We do want some commercial areas so that people that live in our town can go shopping. And why not throw that in here? Throw one there. And we were talking about industrial areas. Boom. There we go. That's a good start. So this meter down here, I just want to explain that real quick. It indicates the demand for various zones. Like, so there's 3 zones. There's commercial zone, residential zone, and industrial zone. Later on, there's also office, but the office counts as industrial in this sense. Let's see. This is still not connected to the power grid. That's kind of done. Now it is. There we go. Boink. So right now there's only really a demand for residentials because first people have to move in, and then you have people that can become a workforce. They might start working for you. The coffee cup. Oh no. I'm almost out of coffee. So this here shows it's disconnected because it sort of ends here, and when I turn the power grid on, you can see there's there's nothing here, right? So once this fills out, as it does right now, that should connect right up to this power grid. Or stop right just short of it. No, it connected to it. That's what you see the little symbols gone down. But that's basically all that means, is that there's a disconnect. Personally, I think power lines are kind of ugly, so I tend to tear them down later on in the game. But for starters, they're very useful. Save you some money. Oh, speaking of which, guess we forgot to add power down here. So, nope, I want to pause while I do this. So, no power here. It means that our water pumps are not working. And that's not good. We want our water to work. Alright, so let's see. Come on. There we go. We got water power. Soon we should see sewage come pumping out. It's very exciting, I know. We really want to see this. Come on, sewage. You got this. Maybe. Maybe there's just not enough sewage coming out yet. I don't know. We'll come back to that later. It's not really that exciting. Alright, so let's see. It looks like we're pretty quickly maxing out the zones that we have available. So we want to add a few more zones. Otherwise, our town will stop growing, and that is not what we want. I'm going to throw in some one-way streets, because it helps reduce traffic, especially when you're building sort of a grid formation like I'm doing here. Doink. I want to throw in another couple of commercial areas like that. Let's see how that goes. So the idea is still eventually to continue this road here, cross the river, and connect up with this highway here. And right now, I am using a 6-lane road, but it's not really a highway. Like, I want to connect it up to these roads here and use the same road type, so to speak. And probably make it an elevated road going through town. Probably. We'll see. Alright, industry is starting to come in. People are moving in. This is good. We could probably speed it up at this point. Just to see. Speed it up a little bit. Here we go. I just realized that the light on my webcam is terrible. But that's probably to everyone's advantage. So one reason to keep it separate, industry separate from where people live, apart from the fact that it causes pollution, is also because of all the trucks. There's a bunch of trucks coming in and out of the industrial areas, and you don't want those trucks to be going through. You don't want those trucks to be going through your residential areas. So, sorry, I gotta answer a text real quick. Second. Sorry about that. In the meantime, I see that we have become a little hamlet. Yes, 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 little hamlet. It means good things for us. We can build a school and a doctor's clinic and a landfill. Everybody likes a good landfill. Alright, it also means we get some money. So I'm going to pause the game before that money disappears. And I'm going to prioritize... Let's see. The health clinic is 10,000. The school is 10,000. Yep. And the landfill is 4,000. I can afford all of it. I'm going to be totally broke. That's great, though. I'll take it. Let's start with the landfill since I have it selected. I'll put that over here in the industrial area. Because, again, pollution. Bunk, I'll put it right there. Then we'll go and get the medical clinic. It's always good to put these clinics and schools and such in central locations so people can get to them. So I'm going to put the clinic here, and then I'm going to take the elementary school and put that on the other side of that neighborhood. Point, and then while we're paused, we'll just make sure everybody's got water. Everybody's got water. Okay, cool. See that. School came in heat. No, that's plenty right there. And then we can sort of go up this boulevard, whatever you want to call it, to the school. The Karl Heisenberg Schule. Oh, so it's a German school. I see. We're in Germany, I guess. So far, so good. I could try to play with my mods at this point, but it would require me to build some roads, and I don't really have that much money to build the roads with. So, take it easy with that. Instead, let's look at demand. The demand is still for residential area. Since I just put the school here, I think I might expand it this way a bit. So we'll do that. Make sure not to use one-way roads. Before I was using roads with turn lanes. I like using those. Gotta watch my money now. I'll pause the game. Pausing the game is sort of like a trick, because you can see I'm currently losing money now. I get to spend it all before it's all gone. What's going on there? Alright. So I'm almost out of cash, which means I won't be able to expand as much. Water network is what it is. Okay, so I can't really build anything in this bottom triangle here. Instead, I'll build a bunch of stuff here. Hoping that's not too far out. There's still some... Oh, we're good there. Still some demand for commercial zone, so I'll put some commercial in here. Again, double check with my water. Water's good. We'll expand the residential area. Again, I'm trying to keep this spot clear right here just so I can throw in that or extend that road if I want to. I want to do the same here. Not bad. Not bad. I think I'm going to leave this spot clear because the next milestone will unlock fire stations and such, and I also want to place that fairly centrally so that we can get to it. But it's still a ways away. We can click here, I think, somewhere to see our milestones. Oh, it's here. So you can see we need 750 people in our village to become a worthy village, and then that unlocks all of this good stuff here. But we're not quite there yet. Not quite there yet. Sometimes I like to just watch the town sort of grow. While you watch the town grow, I can answer another text message. This was one of those where it's more about reading the message than it is actually replying to it. Residential, yes, still a good demand for that. You know what? I'm actually going to throw in a little bit more of this stuff right there. Since I remember following the road with my water pipes. So, not quite. See, now I'm in the negative, so I'm not making enough money to actually build new stuff right now. I could take a loan, though. So that might be worth considering. But I'm not quite ready for that yet. Let's speed up the game and see what happens. That came in. That came in pretty quickly. You can see all this brown soil here, that's the pollution. I use a mod that automatically empties landfills and cemeteries when they get full. This one's just 1% full, but eventually they all fill up. And then you have to empty them into incinerators or, yeah, clean up your shit. So I have a mod that does that because it's so tedious. Like you have to click on it, it's full, and then empty, yada yada yada. That's not the fun part of this game. The fun part of this game is building cities, not emptying landfills. Look at how nice this is. People got trees in their backyards. It's very nice. That's cute. Alright, so people are really itching to move into Treatville right now. So I think it's time for me to take a load. Come on. Borrow 20 grand. Pause the game before my 20 grand disappears. And then I'm going to start by expanding the water, which was the problem we had before. Now we can fill up the rest of this part here. I see I already have some water down here, so why not extend this road as well? Here. And then I think I'm gonna try for that works. That works. So this is the one-way road I built before. I'm going to extend that over here. Didn't mean for it to be a 3-lane road, though. So we'll do this. Switch it out. Boom, boom. It's funny you can do that in the real world. So another thing, this is what I talked about before that I wanted to do, and then I forgot about it because it got sidetracked by expanding my neighborhood. So I want to build a road for the residentials to use to go to work. So it's going to be a separate road coming out. So here's the deal, though. Still can't build highways. I can elevate this road here. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to elevate it. just take it out to here or so. This is more for future use, really. I don't need that part of it right now. But I do want 2-lane road going from here. Maybe not from there. Because it has to fit under the pillars of the bridge. So maybe this is a little bit too big. Let's go with this instead. So we'll come out from here. We'll make a turn. This. Nope. Not up there. And then here. Here's the cool thing. I can go up to this little plugin right here, which is I forget its name, something President Edition. Anyway, you can use this tool, this mod rather, to select which types of vehicles can go on which roads. So, vehicle restrictions is what I want. So I'm going to choose this one. It shows me all the different kinds of vehicles that there are. And I'm going to say no trucks can go up this road. How about garbage trucks, you ask? Sure, garbage trucks are okay. I just don't want commercial trucks coming up here. And I could, I can extend this whole road if I want to, in case I cut into it later. Otherwise, I think it's really enough to just do it at the entrance to the road. But call me a perfectionist if you like. Okay, so no trucks can go on this road. To make things even more interesting, I'll go up to this road and say, hey, this is where all the trucks come into the industrial area. How about we make it so that no non-trucks can go on this road? So only trucks, no buses, cabs, or regular cars on this road. Only trucks, garbage, and emergency vehicles. That's all we want. There we go. Let's just do that all the way up to here, to the light. So if someone's driving their private car, they can still go around here, but you just can't exit through this road. Alright, we'll switch back to the game. Unpause it. I'm going to slow the time. These guys are already on this road, so they'll still drive it, of course. But we should see a change where people stop using that road to go to work, and everybody wants to start using this road to go to work. And this, as you see, is already lots of trucks coming in, so that's great. This looks like we could utilize this space a little bit better. I'm going to try that. Let's put that road here. Just a dead-end road that goes in there just to get this area covered, make sure that there's water there, which there is. And then, while I've been spending all this time sort of adding to this area up here, I've noticed that the demand for residential areas has not gone down. I just forgot to put in more zones. So let's put in some more zones. Start with these. It's okay if there's a little bit odd, the shape is a little weird. That's fine. Need some room for a couple of shops. can go shopping in. And I want to take... I want to do another one-way. Trying to decide where to sort of land it, if you will. Maybe I might go like this. And it's already water. I like to say things are water. Ta-da! Lots of new people can move in here. And this is where it pays off to build like buildings like the school in an area where you know you're going to be building around it, because that means that anybody who lives here can get to a school, people who live over here can get to a school. In this case, I put the school here and the fire department over here because not the fire, but the medical clinic. But I was thinking about the fire department actually. That's what I was thinking of. I should put the fire department in here so that it can reach the industrial area, because I kind of don't want my factories to burn down. You know what I'm saying? Still losing money. Oh, there we go. Worthy Village. We can build a fire department. Yay! I'm gonna build a fire department. First, I'm gonna pause it, because that's what we do. Oh, there's no room for it here. No! Perhaps if I built it here. And as you can see, the power line gets in the way of that. But I think we're probably okay. Yeah, we're gonna be okay. In the cop shop. I kind of want to put the cop shop. No offense, cops, but I kind of feel like it's not as important to have it in the industrial area as it is in the residential area. So we may just put that at the light here. Oh, I can't because I don't have enough money. Well then. What I can do now, though, is I can raise the taxes. And taxes at 9% is nice. Taxes at 12% is nicer. And people don't tend to bitch too much at that level. Slowly but surely, things are coming in. Doesn't seem to be any major issues so far. You can name stuff in this game too. So maybe if I name this. Right now it's just called elementary school. So let's call it something else. I want to call it. How about just Treatville Elementary? So this is the only one we have. For now. Looks like my webcam is probably in the way of that. You can see here, Treatville Elementary. Oh, look at that. Buildings coming in. Still a good demand for, well, everything really at this point. Now we say, oh, what are you doing? Breaking the law. Oh, you're a commercial vehicle. I don't know if that counts. So extending that was a good idea. We got all these new businesses coming in. Speaking of, maybe it is time for us to put in a special building. You'll notice we've started making money now. It's a profitable town. That is the first step towards being a successful mayor. He's making the money. Money. I'll put this into camera mode for just a moment. The slowest speed. Trying to find a good spot. There you go. I'm gonna leave that there while I go get myself another cup of coffee. Looks like things are going well in town. Nothing went crazy while I went and got myself a cup of coffee. Alright, cool. We've also made some money, so now I can put in that cop shop. Right, put in the cop shop, and I think I'm going to still put it here. Like, look at all those happy faces. Yay, happy faces! Alright, so the next obvious expansion would of course be to sort of go this way. But I could also go this way. Wait, can I do these now? Yes, I can. So that means I absolutely will build this way. Because this lighter green area here indicates it's good farmland. And what I was just checking out is whether or not I can designate an area to be farmland. And I can, so I shall. So that's, of course, it requires some money, which I don't really have. I can build the first part of the road. How about that? And we'll up the speed of the game so money will come in a little quicker. You could cheat, of course, to get more money, but I prefer not to. And we got a little more money now. Expanding that road just a little bit. more. I want to get into this yellow area here. This is a start, I guess. This guy's like, oh my god, I'm going down. Oh, there's nothing there. Chinatown! This means I got some money. So I'm quickly going to pause the game and spend some of it. Like so. Let's see. Remember I had this saved off. You probably don't. But I did have this saved off so that I could expand to the road there. And that is exactly what I plan to do. Here. Of course, it wasn't quite long enough. This way. There you go. Alright, so we're going to need to put some water out there. Oh. Okay, so next I'm going to zone it. You do that by making districts. So I want all of this right here to be farmland. So that's going to be my farmland district because it has all the best farmland. So that's Cypress Park here is a district. Alright, then we got this area here where most of my people live. And we got this area here which is primarily industrial. You don't have to be precise. This can all be tweaked later. I'm just going to put this farm here and then remove little parts of this just to draw it up. Okay. Okay, so the whole reason I did that was because now I can say farming industry is what's going on over here. However, generic industry, that's what's happening over on this place. Well, actually, the generic industry is the default, so that actually just removes this if I want to remove it. But I don't want to remove it, I want it to keep it because this is farmland. Then we switch to zoning, and we zone this as industrial, and by doing so, we create farms. However, before I get ahead of myself, which I almost just did, might want to consider. I'm trying to figure out, like, how do I want to do this? I was thinking maybe of drawing a road up this way. I kind of want to have like a bent road. Everything now is too square and straight stuff. Anyway, that was its minor destruction. I've paused the game again because even though the game moves at a fairly slow pace, sometimes I get so sort of distracted by little details that I just forget to pay attention to the shit that requires attention. It's no good, man. So I like to have T's rather than full like this kind of shit. A T is better, creates less traffic. So perhaps I shall throw in a T. Yeah. Let's take it out. My idea is to draw it like up here, basically, but I want it curved. So. Like that. This. Oh, it's too far. This. Then, what I want. So here, I want a smaller neighborhood. I'm going to use the zigzag tool for that. Sort of a little cul-de-sac or something. 4 here. Small houses. Make sure it's watered. It is not watered. Alright, let's water it. Okay. Put these here. Just start filling those in, even though if they pop in right now, the way they are, they will not have any power. They're probably too far away from that rest of that stuff. That. I also want to throw in. Then I was thinking we could have some more shopping happening right around here. This whole street could be a shopping street. Since I see we have some demand for that, why not? So I want to make a little bit of space. Because now we've reached that part of the game where I have unlocked pedestrian paths. Those are cool. Because you can really relieve your traffic a lot with pedestrian paths. Unlike the real world, in the game, people don't mind walking. They will walk to work. Be happy with it. Right, I'm just kind of looking for spots that I could. I was hoping that I just have enough room to connect here. That doesn't. Do that, or not that. That sucks. What the hell? I'm gonna choose it. Okay. That's where that move it tool comes in handy. I don't know if this will actually function as a path, but we'll find out. It's time to put in a park, I feel. Why not put in a park? Again, this is something you want to place fairly central. This actually looks pretty good. See that green circle is everybody within that green circle benefits from this park. So boom. That leaves the whole lower part of the circle open to be a sort of place where I can expand. This pleases us, precious. Another thing that you can do is you can rename all of your neighborhoods. So if I don't like Cypress Park, which I don't, I can change it. You can see here, it's called Cypress Park. I'm going to call it, what should we call it? We'll call it, Farmland Heights. It's basically just to remind me that this is the farmland area. Chester Hills sounds kind of boring, so let's call that something else. Let's call it let's call it downtown, because that's really what it is. Even though there are no skyscrapers or anything at this point, I mean, it's a small place. There's just over 1,300 people living here. Pearl Square. There's not much pearly about it. Let's call this Freight Hills. Okay, so that. So now we have a little bit to work with there. Actually, let me just check. Oh, it looks like this whole part is actually outside of my other neighborhood. So let's make a new neighborhood. This way, we're going to pull it up to here. Just expand it to include this cul-de-sac here. Make it a little smaller. Oriental Hills. That sounds downright racist. So let's call this Prejudice Square, since it's kind of square and kind of prejudice-y. Okay? This is just an example of how you can sort of mix it up a little bit. Use the small roads, make a little neighborhood, throw in some walking paths. I'll move this walking path up here so it connects to the road. And look at that. A little neighborhood. So whenever these bars get all the way low, I tend to just let them sit for a bit. See what happens. Stretching is free. Alright. So, another thing we can do right while we're just sort of looking at stuff. Walls. Walls are kind of cool too. I like adding quays. Quays, they just make your coast look much nicer. That. This. That. That. This. That. And that's probably fine for now. Look at that. It looks like all official and shit. Okay, so our little cul-de-sac area over in Prejudice Square seems to be growing fairly nicely. I don't think I sown anything here, but why don't we? We could throw in a couple more stores here. That should be fine. Here, though, let's throw in a house. In fact, let's throw in some houses all the way down this way. These are all the people that wanted to live in the cul-de-sac and could almost afford it, but not quite. Maybe if they had worked a little harder. Anyway, people are already moving in, so that's good. That's good. They should all have water as well at this point. Can't make a bus yet. So the next major investment will be a high school. It's 24,000 bananas though. So we're a ways away from that. But I'm trying to figure out sort of, I might put that around here somewhere. It's close to the park. It's close to the police. It's in the middle of town. And that means I should probably build out this area so we have more space around it. Just let that sit for a sec. Okay. In the meantime, what did I miss? There's a steady growing demand for stuff. That's great. Now I have to ask myself, do I expand the neighborhood first, or do I build the school first? The answer to that question is fairly simple. I want to build a school. Why am I going to build a school first? That's because schools make people educated. Education makes people get better jobs, and better jobs means growth. And growth is what this game is all about. Growth. Not the kind you go to the doctor for, but the other kind. Halfway there, almost a little over actually. Let's speed it up. So you can see this is becoming high traffic area again. And there are trucks going in there. Why are there trucks going in here? That's because we got industry up here. Even though it's farming industry, it's still industry. So what we want to do about that is we want to commit a road up to probably to here actually. That would work. That would work. This way. No, we want to strip out of this. Let's do it that way. It's not really perfect, but it will do. Now we're gonna get this plug-in going again. Add some vehicle restrictions. So, none of you guys. You actually hear the cows when you get closer. It's kind of fun. Oh, no. Okay. Gotta be a little careful sometimes. Don't ban the wrong thing. Alright. And again, I could have probably just done that at the first and at the beginning and the end of the game. But I wanted this specifically to be a truck road. Servicing the farmland specifically. Which should take a lot of traffic off down here, and it did. But these guys now cannot find educated workers. And that is where that high school thing came in. Alright, so I'm going to put that. I'm sure it has water. It does not. No water for the high school. That is unacceptable, my friends. Knowing that I'll be building out the neighborhood, I'm just going to extend this now. Have some cash, it's all good. I do have to check my availability up here every so often, make sure that I don't run out. We have a high school. So over here, we'll add some pedestrian paths. High school, down to this crosswalk. And possibly also you can tie paths into parks as well, like here, so it actually snaps in. But those are not, those are gravel paths. I don't know how I feel about that. Hey, look at that, we have high school. That's really great. Let's name it after somebody. Who should we name it after? Who would be a famous person from Treatville that went to high school? Or maybe who inspired us to build a high school in the first place? We could say that it was the first teacher to be hired in the original school, and we'll call that teacher Miss Barrington. So it's Barrington High. I don't know, that was a very long journey to end up there. But whatever, we ended up there. It's good. So, let's see. I was thinking of doing something like this. That. I don't know if that's really what I want. Kind of don't like this sharp turn there. Oops. I think that's more along the lines of what I was looking for. And then I might throw in straight road. Close. I don't know, man. Kind of like that. Not sure how many people use it though. It's a one-way street. Really, I would want it over Lily more. There you go. I'm doing it because I like the way it looks. Water. Water is... Oh, yeah, that's right. I go there. That's great. Let's see if we have a special building. Ooh. We do have a special building. Yeah, let's go for this one. These. There's another thing about parks. This park probably will also connect. This. Maybe this. Ah, that's nice. Then I'm like, hey, you know what? Let's throw some fucking trees in there. Mix it up a little. Get a little mix of trees. Some bushes. Yeah, that's nice. Alright, so we're throwing some more buildings. People to live in. I don't want that whole like loose section there. I just want this one. Pink. Oops, I played a bush. I placed a bush. You know what? Fine. Oh my goodness, there's a lot of industry demand. So what we'll do is expand it. Okay. So everybody who wants to work in farmland heights, they have to come through down here and come up this way and go to work through these roads here. Anybody who wished to deliver some goods to or from, they go through here. The same is applicable for this area. Alright, I think maybe I will end the stream here. Oh, I see some people that are running out of juice up here. So maybe before I end the stream, I will make sure that is fixed. So I have money now. I can afford a second power plant. I'm still going to put that power plant up here with this one in the already polluted areas. Just check the water situation. Water's fine. So you can actually see the sewage come out, start flowing up the road. It's nasty. But yep, Treatville, as it looks now. Let's pop into camera mode. That looks pretty nice, I would say. I'll take a screenshot of that. Boink. And then call it a day. Thank you for watching this first stream of Treatville and the initial sort of blocks of traffic and such that we built. It seems to be doing okay. It's a good start. So maybe I'll continue this later. Thanks again.